That's what they were doing before. How's it going, YouTube lovers? This is PixelEagle138, aka the Eagle Builder Animator. Welcome back to the episode of Video Game. Today, I'm here back in Minecraft because we have our first snapshot of 2026. This is snapshot 2 of Minecraft 26.1. I'm gonna really struggle to get used to that. I will have to say, because they did change it. They do no longer have the technical name of the snapshot where it has like the year number and like what week of the year it is, and then the little letter. They completely changed it. I'm gonna have to get used to that. I got so used to saying things like 25W50A or something like that. Something to that effect. I am gonna miss it, honestly. I know why they did it, because they're trying to simplify it, but it is kind of crazy that they're now going with the big version number is just going to be what the year is, and then the number after that is going to be which drop of that year it is. So that's just the change we got, but this is the first snapshot of the new year. It is relatively small. I mean, I only have 3 chests out in front of me for this review, but one of the features is something that I have wanted for a long time, and I am very excited to see it finally here. The other ones are just plain cute. So let's go ahead and check out this snapshot and what it has to offer, because like I said, got 3 chests to check out, so shouldn't take too long. Let's get this started. The first new feature is that rabbits have been given new animations. It's a little simple one, but trust me, we got more exciting stuff coming up. So here is the rabbit. Oh my gosh, the new like little model right there is great. I'm pretty sure this is a new model overall as well, but yeah, look at that. It actually has little jumping animations when the rabbits move around, so they don't just look like they're going That's what they were doing before. But now they actually have a proper little hop animation, and they honestly look adorable. It does seem like that this drop that they have going on, for what we can see so far, is going to be focusing on the passive wildlife of the overworld. And I'm curious to see what else that could include going forward. Like I said, maybe that means we might get more mob variants. I talked in the last snapshot video how we got more hostile mob variants based on biomes. Maybe we can get a little bit more of these passive mob variants. I know we have it for like the chicken and the pig and the cow. Maybe they're going to do it a little bit more for some of these other critters. But either way, this is the first one. Just some new coat of paint, a little bit of polish for the rabbits in the game. But then I've organized this is going to be the next feature is going to be the one that I'm the most excited about. The only reason it's not the last one I'm talking about is because there's a reason I have all of these little pens set up with these fences, is the last one has a lot to go over. That big feature that I'm super excited about is the fact that name tags are finally craftable. I am very happy about this, and it's relatively cheap too. It's actually pretty simple to get name tags early game. It's just still the hard part of it is you're gonna need an anvil, obviously, in order to actually use it. So you're gonna need a lot of iron, but the name tags themselves are relatively easy to make, which means that when you get mobs that you don't want to despawn, it'll be really easy to throw a name tag on them and keep them where they are. So if you go in here, I have everything that I need. Of course, the balls of enchanting are going to be forced so that I can actually use the name tag. So let's go ahead and throw this down a bit. But the paper and the nuggets are here because that's all the recipe is. There's technically 3 different recipes for name tags. You're always going to put paper here. It is shaped crafting. It's not shapeless. You're going to put paper here in the middle left spot, and then in the top middle, you're just going to put any nugget. You can put a copper nugget, and look, that makes a name tag. You can put an iron nugget, that makes a name tag. Or you can put a gold nugget, and that makes a name tag. It is super cheap, especially because copper is everywhere. This actually gives you another reason to mine copper, because you're like, oh, I want to save my gold for like golden apples or something, or I want to save my iron for like building another anvil, or for making some backup gear and stuff like that. You can keep your more precious resources saved up, and then you can use the copper along with paper, which is super easy to farm sugarcane, and then you just combine those and you can get name tags super easily, because now I can just put this in here and I can name our rabbits. We've got Hoppy and we've got Robert. So this is Hoppy and Robert. Look at that. Easily named, just like that. And you'll be able to do this with any mobs that you get, such as if you want to save, like, I don't know, a hostile mob that you want to keep around for whatever reason, like one of those crossbow illagers, the pillagers, if you want to like just spend the time to actually wait for it to lose all of its crossbow bolts, you can name it so that he can't get away. Or if you can name a zombie that you want to use in an iron farm, something like that, you don't need to go hopping through dungeons to find the name tags anymore. You can just craft them. I think this is a good change. I know that it's the thing of like, oh, this used to be a treasure item and now there's a lot less treasure. It kind of devalues it. Name tags were always something I felt like needed a devalue, at least in my personal opinion. So this is something I'm very excited for. They finally made saddles and name tags both craftable in the game now, which means it's going to be a lot easier to like have like a horse, that horse over there. I can craft a saddle, craft a name tag, and I have a named horse right away. So I think this is a fantastic change, and it is definitely the one I am most excited with in the snapshot. But I have one more feature to cover, which is definitely the biggest change in this snapshot. The bunnies weren't the only mobs that got a makeover, while the bunny overall did. There are new baby mob models for nearly every passive mob in the game. 9 total mobs have new baby forms. So I'm going to go ahead and grab everything in this chest right here, which is why I have so many pens lined up. And we're just going to go ahead and spawn them in by like clicking the actual little spawn egg on the mob. Just like that. So the rabbits, as you can see, look at that. They are adorable. They fit the new rabbit models quite well over here. This is probably the one that's like, oh, it looks kind of like just a small version of the adult rabbit, right? Well, this is where things are going to start to change. Because here's a cow. Let's get some calves in here. Look at that. That is a brand new model for the baby cows. And it's no longer just a shrunk down cow with a large head. They have unique models now. And I think the design philosophy they said in the article is that they wanted to give the baby animals like 1 pixel eyes, while most things in Minecraft have 2 pixel eyes, to add that they're a little tiny, add the little cuteness to them. And I think it works pretty well. Of course, not just the cows. We also have the mushroom has a variant as well. They have no mushrooms growing on them just yet. They have to wait till they're grown up for that. But they do look adorable. Here is another one. We have the sheep right here. Little tiny sheep. Already eating the grass. Oh my gosh, that face. That face is barely counts as a face. Get out of the way. I'm trying to see your babies. And also interesting to note is the sheep has like an even number pixel wide face. The little tiny sheep over here, the lamb, has a odd number pixel wide face. Is that true with the cows as well? Look at me, calves. Okay, no, I think the calves are still even number pixel face. Yeah. So the sheep have an odd number pixel face, so that is interesting. Here is the pigs now as well. Oh my gosh, that piglet is adorable. And if you might hear, the babies actually have new sounds. So they don't just have higher pitched versions of the adult versions of the animals. The babies now have their own completely different set of sounds that they make. Just, again, adding to the cuteness. It seems like they're going with, like, cute and passive mobs for this theme, for this drop. We still don't know too much about it, because this is the first one we've gotten that's added, like, actual features. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But we also have the cats. Oh, my gosh. They're so tiny. Oh my gosh, that little face is so funny. It's another odd number wide face. The pig also has that, actually. It's interesting how some have that and some don't. But of course, you have the cat. You also have to have the baby ocelot as well. Very similar model, just like the mushroom and the cow. And we also have new puppies. Oh my gosh, the puppies are cute. Again, no longer just a shrunk down little guy. I think this actually works really well because even though it was funny, like the comically big heads that they had, I think giving them their own model to make them look distinct actually works really well. And I can already hear the new sounds, and I do like that. I think it sounds great. But the last one I have over here, the reason I saved this one for last is because the chicken is probably the most dramatic change between child and adult. If I spotted, I'm going to spot a bunch of them. As you can see, they're already a different color. They actually look like little baby chicks, and they're just like little puffs. They're actually adorable. I love that so much. These actually, you know what? They look more like chickens than actual chickens. You know, the whole thing that everyone says that chickens look actually like ducks in Minecraft? The baby chickens look more like real baby chickens than the adult chickens look like real adult chickens. That is just an odd little thing. But yeah, this was the big feature of this snapshot was the addition of new baby mob models so that it's not just tweaking the existing model. And again, giving them new sounds and everything. The rabbits got like the biggest overhaul of all the passive mobs in this update for this snapshot, but I think that is pretty fun. Again, not too big of a snapshot, except for the craftable name tag. That completely changes the game for survival, makes it so much easier to get it. I wish I had that in the VR Let's Play world I'm doing right now, but that is on an older version of the game, and this is just in a snapshot. But either way, this is actually really cute. I think these mobs are adorable. But there you go. That's all. I don't know what else to say about this. I think the chickens, again, like I said, are probably my favorite, the little chicks, because they're just so tiny. They look like a little peep marshmallow. I love it. But yeah, there you go. That was Snapshot 2 for Minecraft 26.1. Still feels weird to say that without like the W and A and all that fun stuff, but I'll get used to it. And again, we don't know much about this first drop that we're getting. This is like the most forward version we've got, because the first snapshot, I didn't even cover it. It didn't have any like big changes or things. Well, it had changes, but it didn't have like any new additions. So I will keep an eye out, of course, for more snapshots to review. And in theory, March, April, around there, we should be getting our first Minecraft Live of the year, since they now are 2 a year. And I plan to do a live streamed reaction to that event when it happens, barring there's no other scheduling update because Mojang picked a terrible day. So I will be doing that and checking out probably, like, it'll be like the full reveal of what this drop is supposed to be, if they hadn't revealed it already, and maybe a tease for what is to come after this one. I'm very curious about that. Again, I do hope that we get another big update at some point for Minecraft, but I do like the fact that it is no longer one update a year, and they are giving us a constant flow of new features that I am able to check out and make videos on. So that's fun. I love these new models, and again, craftable name tags. Thank you, Mojang. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please drop a like or comment down below if you did. You're subscribed if you haven't already. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye, guys!